Come on, girl, it's time to go. Get your purse and let's get on out of here.
Hey guys, this is Toy Banks in for Better Wife, Better Life, helping you balance it all. Today I'm going to continue my series on 5 needs of a man and a woman. And as I told you before, 1 out of every 3 marriages are ending in divorce. And I truly believe that is because we don't understand each other's needs. The only problem you'll ever have in a marriage is you don't meet my needs or I don't meet yours. And because of that, we malfunction. And as a result, we divorce. And the kids suffer, our families suffer, and we ultimately suffer. I actually was driving down Telegraph recently, and I saw a big billboard out, and it was for a lawyer who was advertising as a divorce lawyer. And it said in big bold letters, divorce, easy and affordable. Is that an oxymoron or what? Divorce is not easy and is definitely not affordable. It is hard and very costly. It is hard on the children. It is hard on both of the individuals that are in the marriage. It is hard on our extended families, the mother-in-laws. It's all of the in-laws. It's very, very tough. It's very hard. And it is financially draining to get a divorce on both sides. And so today we're going to continue our series on the last and final need of a man and a woman. And that is, I'm going to start with the female. But before I start, I want to be able to say this. I'm doing little small snippets of each one of this because, I put this on YouTube and Facebook. But there's so much more that needs to be explained. And so I know people are going to have comments and things of that sort that I didn't explain on each of the videos. And I'm going to do events surrounded around the 5 needs of a man and a woman so that I can expand on what we are really trying to get you guys to understand about serving each other and supplying each other the needs that you have to have. And so today we're going to start on the 5th and final need of a man and a woman. And I'm going to start with the ladies. The 5th need of a woman is protection. That's right, man. Protection. We need you to protect us. We need to know that at any given time, if anyone tries to hurt us, anything that happens, that we know that you got our backs, that you are going to protect us. There's so many different ways that you can show protection. And one of those ways is opening our car doors. It is so aggravating to see. I actually saw a pastor and his wife walking into the grocery store one day, and the pastor got into the store before his wife. He was that far ahead of her. She was like 5 feet behind him, and she was totally out of his protection zone. I mean, it is just, that's sad to me because we look to our husbands to protect our surroundings. That's just like opening the door for us. That is not about, oh, I can't open my own door. Surely I can open my own door. But when you open a door for a lady, what you are doing is you're taking ownership of that, of her. And you're saying, I'm protecting this. This is mine. Don't come near it. And so we feel special. I can't explain what it does for me, but it really makes me feel good when my husband opens the door for me. When we're getting out the car and we're getting back in and he's opening that door, he's protecting my surroundings. And it just makes me feel protected when I'm with him. And even when I'm walking with him, he's walking side by side. I'm right there with him. He's protecting my surroundings. Now, has it always been that way? Absolutely not. We struggled in this area. I was trying to get my husband to understand how important this was for me. And mind you, when I first started dating him, it wasn't that important to me. I was so independent. I'll open my own door or I'll do my own thing. I don't need a man. And see, all of that was a mess and it was a lie. Because when you've been hurt by so many male figures in your life, sometimes women spit out venom and we say stupid stuff like, we don't need a man. I don't know about any other woman, but I need my husband and I need for him to protect me. And I'm going to share with this before I move on. But one time when me and my husband were going through this and I was telling him that I need for you to protect me, I need for you to open the door for me. And I remember we were going to the pet shop to get some dog food for our dog. And uh, he had got out the car. I had got out the car. I just forgot to wait for him to come around. But guess what? He must have forgot to come and open the door for me. And so he just walked on in the store. Now I barely even closed the door. I didn't even get the door closed, and he was inside of the store. I could not believe it. And so you know what I did? I leaned up against the trunk of the car, and I sat there and I waited. I wanted to see how long it took for him to realize that I was no longer in his environment, that I was no longer in his space. And so I sat there for about 2 or 3 minutes, and then finally he came out the door. And I was looking, and he just put his hand over his mouth, and he was like, I am so sorry. And then he starts laughing. He said, you know what? Because there was a lady that walked in behind him. He said, I was talking to her. I thought she was you. And I said, that's really sad that you were not protecting me, that you did not even see my surroundings. Anyone could have did anything to me. There was one time we were in the mall, and he was like 10 or 15 feet ahead of me. And so these guys came up, and they just started talking to me. Why? Because they thought I was by myself. They thought I was single. So they started talking to me. So guess what I did? I started talking back to them. Hi, how you doing? And then it wasn't but maybe 30 seconds. My husband turned around, and he saw the guys talking to me, and he ran up, and the guys were walking away by that time. And he was like, well, what did they want? I said, well, they wanted my number because they thought I was by myself. And he looked, and he was like, I'm so sorry. And, so that's what, he was young. I was young. We did a lot of silly stuff, but we end up recognizing that, you know what? I'm going to start making what's important to you important to me. I did that for him. He did that for me. And so he opens the door, and he has trained my sons to open the door for me now. And that makes me feel so protected and so special. I cannot tell you, men, how important it is for you to protect your wife. And that it means that when you are with her, that you're protecting her surroundings. That at night, you go and check the doors to make sure the house is secure before everyone goes to sleep. We need it, men. We need our men. I don't care how many women have told you that we didn't need you, but I'm telling you today, we need you. We need you to protect us. Now, the fifth and final need of a man, ladies, is recreational support. Now, I'm going to explain exactly what I mean by that. Every man has a sport that he enjoys. It might be basketball, it might be football, it might be golfing, it might be boating. He might love to ride on his motorcycles, whatever. Find out what your husband loves to do and support him in that. Give him that time to go out with his friends and be free. It's very important that he has that time. My husband loves boating, so we have a boat. We're down on the boat almost every weekend. But on Friday nights, my husband has the night to himself. It's his night to go and spend a night on the boat and have a moment to himself. There's a lot of people down at our marina, and so he gets to, chill with his friend, take a ride on the boat, on the water and all that stuff, just to have some time for himself. And then he wants me and the kids to come down and enjoy the boating with him. It would be so tragic if I fought up against that, if I never went down there. I've seen men down there by themselves. I thought they were single. No, they were married, and their wives refused to come down on the boat with them. And they look at our family, and they wish and they hope. And I'm like, man, I'm glad I found it important to support my husband in this recreational support, this recreational thing that he enjoys doing. There was a time he liked golfing. And so I would go on the golf trips with him and his dad, just to be there with him, to support him and say, hey, I enjoy what you enjoy. And I might not know how to play golf. I might not know how to drive the boat, but guess what? I'm going to try, because I know it's important to him that I'm there supporting him and that I give him that time to have fun on his own. Each and every one of us need to understand that all of these needs, number 1 all the way to 5, the foundation of that is trust. We got to learn how to trust each other. I trust that when my husband goes down on that boat and spend the night, that he's going to have fun and that he's not going to do anything that's going to defile my marriage. I'm not checking pockets, checking email and Facebook. I'm not doing none of that. I don't have time for that foolishness. God gave me one powerful thing, and that's the power of intuition. And that's all I need. But I am not going to be in a marriage where I cannot trust my spouse. I just can't do it. We have to learn to trust one another. And if you have broken that trust in your marriage, it's time for you to start doing everything you can to build that trust back. Ladies, remember, a man needs recreational support. So listen, if he likes golfing, go buy yourself a cute golf skirt and get to hitting that ball. If he likes his motorcycle, get your helmet, get on the back of that motorcycle and ride. I mean, ride the winds. If he likes playing basketball, you might not even know how to put the ball through the hoop, but go. I mean, he just might want you to be there to watch him, to cheer him on. Do it. Ladies, just like you want your needs met, your husband wants his needs met. And it isn't important for all of us to understand that these are things that we need, not want. And that if you want to be married, if you want to have a successful marriage, these are the things that you're going to have to do. And if you're not willing to do it, stay single. It's easier. I'm Toy Banks, and for Better Wife, Better Life, helping you balance it all.
Come on, girl, it's time to go. Get your purse and let's get on out of here.